And we're finally back outside. My mic is working, life is good. It's about 67 degrees outside, and I'm living life. Actually, it's about like 72. I just wanted to say that. Life's been great. And I think a topic I want to talk about today is the more and more you get out of your head, the more and more God you trust in God and you lean in His faithfulness. You believe in all the promises that He has for you. And it's helped me a lot lately because, well, for a little while now, I haven't had that much money, right? But I constantly was always fearing and stressing and overthinking about the things in the next week, the next month. How am I going to be able to afford this bill? How am I going to be able to afford that food, etc. But every single time, and I mean it, every single time, it was somehow taken care of. There was this one time I hadn't talked to these clients. I coach soccer as well for almost 8 months. Out of nowhere, they hit me up. Hey, can we do sessions for this whole week? That paid for dang near 2 weeks of my life, you know? And then continually, God kept showing up for me. But in order for us to actually change and become the version we want to become, we got to get rid of these stresses. We got to get rid of this overthinking. I felt this recently. I'm starting to get more clients. I'm starting to make more money online. And those old stresses, those old doubts, this overthinking about, okay, what about this bill? What about this thing that you want? How are you going to get that? It comes up. But it doesn't make any sense. I didn't have any money here. I have a good amount of money now. Why do I still have the same stresses? It's because nothing external can make you feel any better than you already do within. So if I continually have those overthinking stresses, not being able to trust in God, not being able to have my faith in God, then no matter how much money I get, I'll continually create problems inside of my head reflecting that I don't trust in God. And so I think this is something that's very important that I was able to learn these last couple of months. Just putting my faith in God, trusting in God, and letting go. And another thing was like just letting go of money. Like that's something that I was always so attached to. I always looked at money as if it was an amazing thing. Oh, obviously, to a degree it is. But I always looked at money and I put it on a pedestal. I always made it such a big deal. If I didn't have that much, then I didn't feel that worthy. I felt sort of less than other people. And, I'm sure that's a thing for a lot of people. A lot of people believe if they don't have money, well then they can't do anything, or that other people may look at them, make fun of them, that they may feel unworthy to others. And I totally understand. But trust me, no amount of money can make you feel like that. And if you can change your perspective and your relationship with money, money will start running towards you. Money will just come in and out of your life, and you won't feel any different because your source, your worthiness, your identity is attached to something that's eternal, something that's limitless, something that's outside of this materialistic world, which is God. If you can attach your identity to a God, if your source can be God, then no matter what's taken away from you or no matter what's given to you, you will always take it with the grant. You'll just be like, hey, that's what's supposed to happen. So if I lose money, the other day I got a ticket for running a red light. It wasn't like crazy. It wasn't like doing anything insane, but it was a ticket. And automatically my mind was like, it's the ego inside of us. Sorry, it's not just, you are not specifically creating these thoughts. It's the ego / the enemy. And so the ego was automatically like, dang, $50 wiped like that. You're making money. How is it already going away from you? But and like before that as well, I was sort of overthinking again. I was stressing. I was like, how about this bill? What about this thing I want to get? And it kind of just manifested into my life. Since I continually, was stressing, falling back in those old programs, that ticket appeared and reflected how I felt about myself within. That money's scarce, that money doesn't like being with me, that I need to pay off things, that God isn't my source. And so instead of when I fell into that, I was a little upset. I was like, dang, that's $50 just swiped like that. I took it as an opportunity for me to grow. Any negative emotion that spike up, I realized, hey, something within me is attaching my identity, attaching my happiness, attaching my freedom, attaching my worthiness towards something external. Let me revert that. Let me remind myself of who my source is, of who I am, right? I am this content creator. I am this coach that helps people all around the world connect their desires with God. That's who I am. That's where I want to be, right? And so yeah, every opportunity I take, I pay attention to these negative thoughts. Whenever I feel that shame, that guilt, that worry, that doubt, that fear, I take it and I'm like, where am I lacking? Instead of falling a victim to those things that our ego created. It may happen, There are going to be times where you fall down, where you get mad, or you scream at God saying, God, why me? How is this still happening, But I promise you, surrender those feelings, continue to find the good, continue to find the the way you can improve, and these things will slowly start chipping away. Your life will start unfolding, and that's how you live a life a lot more easier. Because no matter what comes up to you, no matter how many things look bad, you remain faithful, you remain still, you remain on a firm foundation that's, centered by God, that's founded by God. So there's nothing that could ever shake you. There's nothing that could ever push you off to another thing. And that's the way I've been living. That's the way I live. Not that I want to live like that. I live that way now. Because when you say you want something, you're creating separation from who you are and what you want to do. So say you are. Say you are this person. Get rid of those doubts. Get rid of those fears. Know that God put these visions, desires inside of you. Surrender them. Surrender all the attachment to them. And live life on easy mode. Live life just fully dependent on Him, on what He has for you. And you can take action much more effortlessly. I come out here not grinding myself to get out here, not forcing myself to get out here. I do it because I love to do it. I do it because I want to help people. I do it because I'm a light for Him. And so the more and more I do this, the more and more I feel aligned to who I am. And the same goes to you guys. If you have any questions, you can feel free to hit me up on Instagram or comment down below. I will always check my comments, reply to every single one of y'all. And thank you guys for, I think we're about to hit 400 subscribers. Pretty big milestone. Look, 5 and then 1,000 and then 10 and then 100. But if you guys have joined this journey soon, I promise you I will make it. And I hope you guys can stick around. I can help you change your life as well. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you. I know it helped you. God bless.